babes, hello. So today I would like to do a video clearing Blanchard's name, Claudine Blanchard's name. Now, I know a lot of people feel for Gypsy Rose, and I understand that. I totally understand that. But what I don't understand is how somebody can blatantly lie over and over again, get caught in all these lies, and still profit off of her mother's demise. That I am not okay with. If she was just a victim, she would have my support. I am a survivor myself of many different traumas, and from a small child into my adult years, okay? Including Munchausen by proxy, including domestic violence, okay? And my thing is, I was much younger than Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose was 1 month shy of 24. I was 13, 14 years old, okay? And I still had enough common sense to leave. I left. I never went back. I have still never been back, okay? Now, what I want to show you guys today is her words, okay? And through her words and her father's words, I would like to clear Dee Dee's name once and for all. So I'm going to show you a series of videos of Gypsy Rose speaking, and I'm going to put the truth there. Put the truth there. See, my thing is, how many documentaries, how many books, how many do you have to put out there to prove your story? You understand? See, with my traumas, I refuse to share. I refuse to share. I refuse to profit off of it. I refuse. My trauma is not for media to come up. No. See, my come up is because I actually help people every single day for the last 9 years. Every single day. That's how I choose to come up, okay? I am not a sellout. Nobody can pay me X amount of dollars to get my story. There's only one way I would give my story. See, there is a law, right, against putting factual books out that are fictional and fictional books out that are factual. Well, no, it's factual books that are fictional. Okay, there is a law against that. You are not allowed to do that. So my thing is, real quick before we get into all this proving, is since you're okay with telling your traumas over and over, you do interviews, how I changed the bed, remember that? How you come on the internet and tell us when you ovulated, when you had your menstrual cycle, when you had intercourse, and with whom you had intercourse with. So you're okay putting all your business out there, no problem. So why won't you? Because I've been asking and asking. I know why, obviously. But why won't you take a polygraph test? I will tell my entire story through a polygraph test. If Gypsy Rose takes one to tell her story through a polygraph test. Now, I know they're not 100%. But I have enough faith that hers will be 100% inconclusive, straight up lies. Okay? That's the only way I would do it. I did see some small creator trying to come up off my name saying, oh, Candace, you're a liar, and I want you to take a polygraph test without Gypsy Rose. Pay for it. For the most expensive one, because we want it to work. Pay for it. But Gypsy has to do it too, because I'm not profiting off of my trauma or my fake trauma. I'm not. She is. And I'm going to prove it right now, right here. So let's have fun. Okay, so I would like for you to bear with me. There's a lot of information that we're going to go over, but the murder trial revealed that Gypsy Rose never actually suffered from any of the illnesses that Dee Dee claimed she had. And she had gone through over 20 years of unnecessary medical treatment and many unneeded surgeries and had taken many redundant medications. Okay, now let's just talk about facts real quick. Number one, Dee Dee was never diagnosed with Munchausen by proxy. She was murdered first. Okay. Number two, all procedures stopped in 2011. That's 4 years before the murder. 4 years before the murder. Okay. Now, we have unnecessary medical treatment. We're going to dive into that, right? Unnecessary. I'm just writing it down. Medical treatment, right? And redundant medications. Yeah. Okay, so stay with me. Here we go. Okay, so she claims that she had a whole bunch of eye surgeries that were unnecessary. But as you see here, 1Q21.1 microdeletion shows neurological problems, okay, and including seizures, just like Dee Dee told Rod, weakness in muscle tone, And my thing is, it messes with her eyes, her ears, her behavior, okay? And let me ask you something. How come she was on live just a couple days ago saying, oh, my thighs are burning? What happened? Did the Munchausen by proxy jump to you all of a sudden? Because if these were all unnecessary and all fake illnesses, why you gotta sit down? No. The thing is, everything that Dee Dee was getting checked by doctors was because Gypsy was complaining to Dee Dee about it. Dee Dee wasn't complaining to doctors out of nowhere. Okay? A child comes to the mom, Mommy, I don't feel good. The mother takes her to the doctor. The doctor finds nothing. She says, well, something's wrong. Okay, she even admits, she had muscle biopsies. That's not a surgery. That's a test. She had multiple surgeries on her eyes. Her glands, even that is part of the microdeletion. Everything is part of this microdeletion. Oh, that's not true. Well, hold on.
Right from birth, 3 months old, Dee Dee was telling me that she had sleep apnea. And she needed a breathing machine or breathing monitor machine.
She didn't need a breathing machine. She needed a breathing monitor. Most babies need that in the beginning because some of them hold their breath or just stop breathing. My oldest daughter, I had to watch her. I used to just watch her sleep at night, and she would just stop breathing. I'd poke her in the belly, boop, and she'd start breathing again. It's a monitor. My cousin, she got the one that goes on the foot just to monitor her. It's not an actual sleep apnea machine. It was to monitor her heart rate and her breathing. Keep going.
Which, until this day, I don't know if that was real or not. It escalated from then.
You could have if you were actually in the baby's life, right? But yeah.
Problems with her eyes.
Problems with her eyes, microdeletion.
Hearing.
Microdeletion.
Her digestive system.
Microdeletion.
After that, Gypsy couldn't walk anymore. She had a muscular disorder.
Microdeletion. And guess what? Guess who still has that? Oh, that can't be Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Not if she still has it. Oh, keep going.
Dee Dee told me she would need a wheelchair. An actress, man.
Like a child needs a stroller. She walks too much. She can't, oh, my legs hurt. I need to sit down. Okay, get a wheelchair. I'll push you around the rest of the way.
She's got a lot of issues. What's going on, and...
You'd know if you actually went to the doctor's offices with her. Oh.
The They had done some tests and found out she had a chromosome disorder that was causing all of her functions from developing, her digestive system and her muscular system.
Oh. Oh. So you're telling me Dee Dee didn't have Munchausen syndrome by proxy? Oh, there's more. Hold on. So let's go to all the unnecessary medications her mom was forcing her to take. You do see all these things are closed in full, right? Yeah. So let's get into it.
Were you high? Did that influence what occurred that night?
I was during that week abusing painkillers. However, that was not something that affected my mental state at that time.
Okay.
I wasn't myself. I had been taking narcotics such as Xanax and Vicodin. I was high. Very high. I was on a bunch of medications, and I know that's no excuse, but on Xanax, I felt like I had no emotion, and I wasn't thinking.
Guess where all these medications came from? Oh, we'll get into that.
Right?
That night?
I was during that week abusing painkillers. However, that was not something that affected my mental state at that time.
Yeah, okay. So let's continue. Hold on. Okay, so she says she was high and she was abusing narcotics. But you know what? One, none of that, no narcotics were ever prescribed to Gypsy Rose. Okay, Gypsy Rose actually, hold on. Well, we'll get into that after this. Remember when she ran away to Dan? Do you realize she stole her mother's medication, pain pills, okay, and her money and ran away to Dan's house? Yes, Gypsy has always been a thief, okay, because stealing money is theft. Stealing pain pills is theft. But you know what also it is? Felonies. Felonies. She's always been a felon at heart, okay? This is a fact because she did it multiple times, okay? Now, what they didn't find in her system was medication because she wasn't on any. But she admits to stealing her mother's pain meds. What does her mother need pain meds for? Hold on. Dee Dee was diagnosed with many different illnesses, including cancer. Okay? So my question is, did Gypsy steal Dee Dee's cancer story as well? Huh? Look at this one. The man that shaved her head is giving Dee Dee condolences. Not Gypsy. Dee Dee. See? Let's keep going. So, by her own words, we just proved that she is not just a liar, not just a fraud, but she is ruining and tarnishing Dee Dee Blanchards' name. Because she said, my mom was forcing me to take redundant medications. I was stealing all the narcotics from my mother. You were the drug addict. Fact. You said it. Okay. You were the thief. Fact. You said it. Okay. You were the felon before you even committed murder. Fact. You said it. You tried to murder your mother with a BB gun. Fact. You said it. So why are we praising her? Has she helped anybody? Huh? Experts say Blanchard was a victim of Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Experts need to go back to school. Okay? Because I may not know it by book like they do. The experts know it by book. I know it from experience. And that's a big difference. That's a huge difference. And this shows nothing of a victim mentality. Not just a victim mentality. I didn't mean to say mentality, but this does not show a victim. Her actions speak louder than her words, and her words speak louder than her actions. Okay? Dee Dee was never diagnosed. Dee Dee was doing what she felt was necessary to get her daughter help, what took years for her to be diagnosed with that chromosome deletion. If Dee Dee did not take her to the hospital, she would have been an unfit parent. But now that she did take her to the doctors, it was all unnecessary. Girl, you have a whole microdeletion. What are you talking about? It's unnecessary. How are you advocating? For whom? For sponsorships? Is that what you're advocating for? Huh? You don't want to buy nothing yourself? Huh? Let's keep going. See, this is what really ticks me off, because everybody says this, every single person, and it's just disgusting.
Photo, you could see the Pepsi on the floor. If you know anything about this case, then you know that Gypsy's mom, Dee Dee, was basically making her daughter ill. Because Dee Dee...
Making her daughter ill? Are you kidding me? No. Her daughter was ill. Okay. And then she didn't try to play the doctors. Dee Dee wasn't trying to play the doctors. Dee Dee was playing charities. People outside of the hospital people. Okay, because they felt sorry, right? Dee Dee was trying to make a way because her baby daddy, right, left her alone to do all of this by herself. And then you got an ungrateful little shit that stabbed her in the back, literally. Okay, because let me ask you something. How many abused children do you know that have name brand clothes, that have 20 trips to Disney World, that get to meet all these celebrities, that get to go, meet all the characters from Harry Potter? Okay, ask Orrin and Orson West if they had name brand clothes. Ask Orrin and Orson West if they got the Disney trips. Ask Summer Wells, did she get Disney trips? Did she get name brand clothes? Huh? No. Ask me. No. 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 Let's keep going. She says out her own mouth that she was abusing painkillers. Not Dee Dee was shoving them down her throat. Okay? She was doing it.
Did that influence what occurred that night?
I was during that week abusing painkillers. However, that was not something that affected my mental state at that time. I wasn't myself. I had been taking narcotics such as Xanax and Vicodin. I was high, very high.
Stealing your mother's painkillers. No, she has always been a threat. And guess what? That's part of the microdeletion. Behavioral issues. Extra promiscuous, okay? She has been trying to get pregnant since 2015. A video came out where she's showing Nick how they could do it outside in the grass somewhere. What? To make Aurora. Okay? Do you see what I'm showing you? This is not an abuse victim. Okay? She was sick. Dee Dee took a little extra farther with the city people around town. She was confined to a wheelchair. That's her other thing, right? I was confined to a wheelchair. Really? Let's check. Kitchen windows blacked out. Okay. Oh, another window blacked out. 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 Another window, guess what? Blacked out. Why? Oh, even in her little play shed, her little kinky play shed. Blacked out. Why would you think they're all blacked out? Because Gypsy was not in a wheelchair, okay, in her home. Nope, 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 nope. There's no wheelchair marks on the floor, which I know about. Guess what? I invited my narcissistic Munchausen by proxy mother to my home. And guess what she has? She has a wheelchair. And guess what she did? She ruined my floor. Okay? The wheelchair ruined my kitchen floor. Okay? And guess what? There was no marks on that floor in her home. Besides blood. In hallways. Oh, yeah. Let's keep going. So Gypsy had a message. Okay? Let's listen to her message.
Seem to think that they know what happened and the events that took place by watching a TV show. And it was over dramatized.
Good thing I've never watched it.
They got things incorrect. So to say that people should base their knowledge of a case on a dramatization is very inaccurate. That
Oh, but I haven't. Good thing for me. Keep going.
is not the way to go about it. I stress documentaries that...
I won't even pay attention to a documentary. Why? Because Dee Dee's not here to tell her side of the story. So that would only be a one-sided story. So, no good. But...
do a deep dive into a case or someone's life. Real life research is the best beyond anything
but I have done real life research. Yes, ma'am.
that you could find.
Okay, good. Let's keep going. Then you get all this kind of stuff on Google. I think Google itself should be sued for misinformation. Okay, Gypsy herself should be sued for misinformation by Dee Dee Blanchard's family. Okay, the doctors who treated Gypsy Blanchard should be held accountable, but they can't be because she has a microdeletion. You heard her father say it. We've even heard Gypsy say it. Okay, but her father, yeah, he said it. And she was diagnosed in 2011. That's 4 years before she murdered her mother. Okay, let's keep going. See, more misinformation. Everyone is worried about the murder scene. Meanwhile, this was all the unnecessary stuff she forced Gypsy to take while literally torturing her. Really? Because all them boxes are closed. All them bottles are full. But Gypsy, once again, admits to stealing her mom's painkills. Pain pills. Her money multiple times. Okay, because let's rewind. She stole the money from the safe when she went to Dan's. She stole the pain pills when she went to Dan. She sent $800 to Nick to buy an outfit to come meet her in. Where'd she get the money? She stole it. Felony. And then guess what? She sent Nick more money years later to commit a murder. Murder for hire off the internet. Hold on. We're not done. See, I really want to stress to her parole board. So if we can send this to her parole board, okay? She wants to be an influencer. But wasn't influencing Nick Godejohn enough influencing for a lifetime? Pun intended. See, anybody that commits a crime on the internet should not be on the internet. And she did commit a crime over the internet. Okay? There was Skype, there was Facebook, there was all kinds of weird little places that they would chat. It wasn't just in text messages. How she planned her mother's murder for 2 years. She says she's not a monster. But how is she not? There was no abuse, guys. There was no abuse. None. She was sick. She had all these things wrong with her. And the only thing Dee Dee did was play an extra part of it with the community. She didn't do it with the doctors. She did it with the community. Let's keep going. See, remember? Gypsy Rose Blanchards revealed that she shot her mom years before the murder. So she's always been kooky in the head. Okay? And again, that's part of the deletion, the micro deletion, behavioral issues. And it's also part of not having a father figure in her life. Yeah, he took a few pictures here and there, but he wasn't there. He wasn't there. And as much as she runs to him now, he still wasn't there. Okay? This is a chameleon being. It's like a vampire, okay? She sucks up and absorbs other people's energy and portrays it's hers. This is demonic, okay? Look, better looking than half of these ladies out here, and then she reposts her own picture and says, behind every pretty girl is a story waiting to be told. No, there's not. We don't have stories. We have real life action. See, a story, hold on. A story is an account of an imaginary or real people and events told for entertainment. Okay? Nobody else is out here giving their trauma away for entertainment but Gypsy. Okay? She's not an advocate. She's being paid to pretend she's an advocate. She's not educated. Okay? This is a problem. Okay? Let's go back to this. Okay? She's talking out of ego. That's demonic, okay? Better looking than half these ladies out here. Yeah, and you had a whole facial reconstruction. You paid to have your nose changed, your teeth changed, your lips changed, your underneck changed. I see it all. Okay? You paid for that. And you're still just half as good looking? See, most people like myself that are survivors of Munchausen by proxy would not run to a doctor as like 4 months after they get out of prison. I won't run to a doctor now. I won't. I have trust issues with doctors. Now, is it their fault? Some of it. Is it my mom's fault? Some of it. Is it all from my mother's Munchausen by proxy? No. Is it from experiences that they just wouldn't listen to me? Yes. And then I ended up being right? Yes. And then I ended up being right and losing multiple organs because they wouldn't listen to me? Yes. So not exactly the same situation, but 99.99999% of Munchausen by proxy survivors would not run immediately to go get facial reconstruction. Okay? This is demonic behavior. Better looking than half these ladies out here. Girl, you have a full face of makeup on. You had a nose job. You had lips done. Yeah. You have had your neck under there done. You've had your teeth done. How do you feel spending all that money and still only being half as pretty? I'm just wondering. Behind every pretty girl is a what? Hold on. Is an imaginary or real event that's being told for entertainment purposes. Okay? So, my thing is queen filter, right? There is a point when a real victim truly feels like myself that this is all just a big slap in the face. Why are there so many children murdering their parents now? Because this is an agenda. This is an agenda. And I know a lot of her followers are children. And I know a lot of her followers are adults that have disabilities. And I want to speak to you, the adults with disabilities. Okay? There is another side to this that cannot be spoken. And I truly feel that we need to clear Dee Dee Blanchards' name. All this was not surgeries. These were tests. Tests being run. Half of these things were in her house for pictures for her community. Okay? You heard her father say it. She has a microdeletion that was diagnosed in 2011. All surgeries stopped. All testing stopped. Okay? You heard it yourself. She is a monster. Yes. Felons are monsters. Yes. Yeah. When you steal money from a safe that's not yours, that's a felony as well. When you steal medication and take it, that's a felony and an addict. Okay? When you hire somebody off the internet to kill your mother, that's not even abusing you. Okay? Because you haven't had no surgeries. Okay? For over 4 years. You're almost 24, a month away from 24. See, what I noticed in all her little interviews that she used to do with Didi, she was the one taking charge. She was the one talking. She was the one in control of these, and she spoke like she was intelligent. Oh, but I was never registered for school. BS. BS. Again, take a polygraph test with me. Both of us. Both of us. You shared every freaking detail of your life already. You should have no problem taking a polygraph test to prove that these books are factual, not fictional. There's so much more. There's so much more. I just don't know where to start. There's so much. And like Gypsy said, go off of real life research. Because it's all out there. She loved talking about it, but she always contradicting herself. Why? Because it's a lie. The truth don't get contradicted. Period. Facts. Love you, babes.